Hey, how's it going? I'm going to do a quick Condor Sentry versus the old Condor CPC review. They're kind of similar in size, similar in style, so I thought I'd do a side-by-side review. As you can see, they are both about the same size. I have my Condor tide pool on the back of this one. It's about 12 inches tall by about 8 inches wide. I'd say the Sentry is maybe about 10 inches wide and about 12 inches tall. The main difference, though, between the two is on the CPC, it's got this kind of curvy bit here. That's kind of to tuck around the side of your body a little more. If you do some kind of molly trickery and kind of go this way with it, you can actually get four M4 mag pouches across the front. Aside from that, they have about the same amount of molly rows on there. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think this is 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. They're about the same. I think this one may have a little more actually. Actually, let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, this has one more, but as you notice, it's narrower, and a lot of the extra molly row up here is kind of squeezed into this loop panel. Like the CPC, it's small enough that you really can't put anything on here, and if you did, it would interfere with your mag draws. So it's kind of best to leave it for one of those really thin admin pouches or just a morale patch. The biggest difference, though, to me is the cut. If you notice, it doesn't have a cut on the side here. That does allow you to only put 3 on there. And it's kind of a little more cut here. So it looks more like a JPC style or something similar like that. I don't know who makes it, but I know you guys are used to seeing it with the 3 straps on the side. It's very similar. The other thing, too, is that the inside of this is actually really thin. It's just a thin kind of foam covered by a mesh on the inside. There's actually no support at all in it. In fact, I've got 2 catalogs in it right now serving as dummy plates. Whereas in this one, it's got a contoured hard foam backing. That kind of almost acts like a soft armor. It does give it some shape. I had it for about a year, though. And I think, like everybody else, it's everybody's first plate carrier. The style, to me, just looks outdated. This is actually one of the first plate carriers in existence. If you can tell by these grooves here, and kind of how that's warped, it's kind of got like a warp to it, and there's deep grooves in it. I think that after having it for the last year, the foam has given out on it. It's lost its shape. It's very uncomfortable. It's also very hot because of that thick foam panel. I've just quit using it and moved on. Got me through my first year of airsoft. It was a good beginner's carrier, but aside from that, I wouldn't use it, and I would also not recommend it because considering for almost the same price you can get this one, it's got a much better look to it. It's got that nice cut, fast style to it, that JPC look to it. Real high speed. It's almost the exact same thing. You're only missing 1 molly panel. But considering you can stack 2 mags in each one, you're not missing much. You're probably not carrying a whole lot anyway if you're choosing either one of these plate carriers. Aside from that, they're the same. They just have 1 strap, 1 set of buckles on the side. The step up from this is the Condor Gunner, which actually has a cummerbund straps. I think that starts around 60, where this is about 30. The biggest difference to me is this is a lot cooler. It also looks better, not the same, but it's cooler temperature-wise. I live in Florida. It's very hot. It's very humid here. Having something lightweight that I can take off between games, just pick up games on the weekend, that's very important to me. Just 1 strap, you're done. That's what I like about this. That's also what I liked about this one. But the foam in this makes it a lot hotter than this because there's nothing in it. Actually, there's nothing to bounce the heat back at you. I've got basically a piece of cardboard in here and just a big thick catalog from IKEA, but it doesn't make it as hot as you would think. It really does stiffen it. It gives it a nice shape, and then boom, you're done with it, though. There's not as much heat retention as with the CPC. One thing that they do have on these is these hook and loop retention systems here. That's for your comms or for your drink tube like mine. That's about it. There's not much to it. I can flip it over and show you the backside. If I get a hold of it with one hand here. I've got my tide pool on the back, as you can see. Comes out right to the edge, fills up the back nicely. It's a nice Slick looking, low drag kind of loadout. Actually like it quite a bit. But it is about the same size as the CPC. Just to give you a side-by-side view, they're almost identical aside from that little side panel. So you know what to expect. The funny thing about the Sentry, though, is when I got it from online, it came in such a small bag, and I actually had to kind of unroll the bag and get it out. And I said, this looks like this would fit my son, a 10-year-old. And I was surprised, and I'm like, oh, man, because it's difficult to gauge what things are going to look like online when you get them. Are they going to fit? Is it going to be the right look I want? I was surprised by this, but I was very pleasantly surprised because it fit, it looks good, it's not as small as you think it is. It holds a large plate, it covers your vitals, and it looks just as good as anything else. I am a broad-shouldered guy. I'm one of your bigger guys. I'm an adult. Still looks good on me. I'm not fat by any means. I'm not heavy. I'm just broad-shouldered. Serious, but it looks good. It looks a lot better than I thought. So aside from that, it is an excellent value. It's an excellent step up from the CPC. This is probably everybody and their mom's first plate carrier. This is an excellent cross grade, and if you're starting out, you're better off starting out with this than this. You can get a catalog to stick in here as a dummy plate, some cardboard. You'd be good to go. It's about the same price. But this has got more look to it, and it's a lot more comfortable. Anyway, there you go. Hope you enjoyed that. See you guys later.